Montgomery County is a diverse, thriving community enriched by the vibrant cultures of its residents. This African Heritage Month, we celebrate the remarkable contributions of African community members who are shaping the county's future through service, entrepreneurship, and education. Join me as we explore their stories. African Heritage Month is not just a celebration of the past, but a living testament to a brighter future. Tamari Shunda has dedicated her life to service to see through that bright future for the next generation.
I started looking that there's no language which represents people of color. If you look at all the languages, either our children study in schools or anything else, there's no one which can say to us, the background is people of color. So that's why I realized that, we're missing out. I wrote a book, the first book, and then people who bought the first book, they say, but I want to learn more.
After publishing her second book, the interest in the community grew louder. Her readers started asking for live classes to learn the language directly from her.
When I realized there are a number of people who were coming to ask for more, then I said, why don't we start a foundation where we can reach people who otherwise we wouldn't be able to reach them. That was the beginning of Strong Tower.
Sasa nataka kuhesabu. I need you to count.
When Tamari started teaching, her passion for advocating for the Swahili language grew even stronger as she witnessed firsthand the profound impact it had on younger generations in connecting them to their cultural roots.
Baba ameleta nyumbani fenesi moja kubwa sana.
If we don't teach our children the language which really means a lot to them, I think we're not being fair. So my belief is that it's okay to teach them any other language.
Kiswahili, a Bantu language, is spoken by over 200 million people worldwide. Characterized by their noun class systems and significant presence across Central, Eastern, and Southern Africa, Bantu languages include widely spoken ones like Swahili, Zulu, and Shona.
It's very important that our children shouldn't miss that.
Tamari recently organized a World Swahili Day celebration in Silver Spring that was well received in the community to further spread the culture.
The turnout was great, in fact, more than we expected. We have the children, because that's our future. The children show forth the traditional African dressing. The majority of them showed forth the Maasai dressing with all the beads and everything. We also show forth women dressing, Maasai culture, the way they dress. So we had some people dressed like that. So it was really fun. Karibuni sana. Let us feel at home. Let us enjoy this day because that's what we wanted.
The day she held the event, July 7th, wasn't picked by accident. World Kiswahili Language Day is celebrated annually on that date, which recognizes the importance of Kiswahili as a global language.
And when you look at the history, why they chose July 7th, because the person who started unifying African from the time of the independence was the first president of Tanzania, Julius Mwalimu Kambarage Nyerere. So when he started, that's why they gave him that day, to make sure that everybody remembers that. Thus, he started the fight of that Africa need to unite. Africa need to have a language. We're trying to preserve the culture. We're trying to make the generation who will embrace the culture. And our mission is to make Kiswahili as a vehicle, as a place connects us together.
Tamari wants Kiswahili to become as accessible as other languages in schools and libraries.
We want to see the libraries carrying books where our children can go to the library and find books which are written in Kiswahili, in the language which they know that it is their language. When you find the language which represents you, you see somebody with curly hair like you. I think that's really pride that when we achieve that, for me, in fact, my body, I can feel that that's a real something which our children are missing out. When the kids go to the classes, when they have to choose a language to take because there's electives, they can choose, okay, I took Chinese last year, this year I'm taking Swahili. They have to have that choice. That's what I feel like we have achieved something.
As an author, teacher, and community organizer, Tamari Shunda is actively shaping the future of her community. Entrepreneurship is another pillar of Montgomery County's vibrant African community. African entrepreneurs are driving economic growth and setting an example for future business leaders. I had the unique pleasure of joining Kwamena and Penelope Cudjoe, the passionate founders of KP's Jollof Rice, in their home. Their mission is clear: to make this beloved West African dish accessible to everyone, while celebrating its rich history and culture.
When we started our this jollof rice, when we go to the stores, 7 years ago, people didn't know what jollof rice was. They say, what is the name? What is this? Can you then? Kwamena will tell them, rice from Senegambia. Then we have to give them a whole story about jollof, how we migrated from there to West Africa, and then, so it's like you're in school with jollof.
A few years ago, jollof rice was relatively unknown to many. But with the rise in jollof festivals across the country and increased travel to Africa, its popularity has significantly increased over the years. The duo's goal is to further increase the popularity of jollof rice by making it easy to cook without sacrificing its authentic taste. Kwamena and Penelope invited me into their kitchen to share the secrets of making jollof rice the easy way.
You can't always do 2 hours on the stovetop. Just grab a bag of KPs and cook it in a rice cooker or on a stovetop for the kids to eat. It's very convenient for people to eat at this point if they want to eat jollof.
As we cooked, Kwamena shared the fascinating history behind jollof rice. Originating from the Senegambia region, this dish has traveled across West Africa, with each country adding its unique twist. And KP's Jollof Rice honors these traditions while making the recipe approachable for modern cooking.
It's important, that's why we have a solution that you can go to West Africa without a passport or a visa through food. The jollof rice that connect with the people, making it as popular as you can get a hamburger anywhere else. Anybody can cook a hamburger. So why can't anybody cook jollof rice?
We're bridging gaps with our food.
I'm very curious to try the meat one and also this one. So.
Yes.
Over a delicious lunch, I learned more about their journey from passionate home cooks to successful entrepreneurs. Their dedication to spreading the love for jollof rice is inspiring. It's really good.
The kids were the guinea pigs. We were all the guinea pigs in the family. He was always burning the pots in the house with his experiments. And I said, the day you would find the right formula, you're going to replenish all the kitchen pots in this house. And I'm still waiting for that.
Kwamena's background was indirectly in the food business, but he has a deep appreciation for it, stemming from his experience in agriculture while working for the USDA. He's worked hard to make adjustments to adapt KP's Jollof Rice to his customers' liking.
I experimented with 2 levels, spicy and mild. And then also the type of rice. What we are today is we're using jasmine rice. Some people traditionally like jollof rice with parboiled rice. In my experimentation, first I did both jasmine and parboiled rice. We still have the parboiled rice in our inventory, and then we sell them to specialty stores.
Since launching their business in 2014, they both have learned about the challenges of entrepreneurship and how to overcome them.
The biggest challenge is, getting mainstream grocery stores to carry our product. I thought once you have the product, you go to them and then they'll say, oh yes, bring your product.
It goes with any business. Having a dream, having a product, you are excited about it. You think you have come up with solving a problem in society. And society looks at some people like, so what is this? So you have to really convince people to buy into your idea.
An idea the community has bought into and embraced. Kwamena and Penelope are grateful for the successful business they have built over the past 10 years. But the work doesn't stop now. They still have ambitious goals to achieve.
First and foremost, to make the popularity of jollof rice such that at least half of the household in America will have a bag of jollof rice in their pantry.
And to make it popular, to know it's become a household name, to make your brand a household name that everybody knows KP's jollof rice. Everybody will say, oh, that jollof rice, I know it. That is when you know that you have made a mark.
KP's Jollof Rice is not just about food. It's an experience that brings people together, sharing the rich African cultural heritage. African educators and advocates in Montgomery County are making significant strides in ensuring quality education for all. Ghanaian-born Principal Loretta Woods of Whetstone Elementary is one of those educators making a difference.
Growing up, education was always a big focus for my parents. They pushed education, they pushed community, and they pushed a lot of grit. Are you ready? Hi! I've always loved kids. I've always appreciated their innocence. And I used to teach, the baby dolls at my house and the stuffed animals. And so it was destined for me to be a teacher.
A graduate of Paint Branch High School, Loretta started out as a 4th grade teacher, then worked as a staff development teacher, then served as an assistant principal before eventually becoming a principal at Whetstone Elementary.
I'm going into my 7th year at Whetstone Elementary School. It's also known as the Magical Kingdom, and I love every part of it. My job is to make sure teachers are teaching and students are learning. Education means a lot to me, especially considering I came here, I was an EML student, I had wonderful teachers, and even growing up in my educational career, I had a lot of people who encouraged me and support me and pushed me. And that's pretty much how I got here, through a lot of support.
A support system she now works hard to offer the students that come through the doors at Whetstone.
Hello, look at you. You have a lot of stuff. Hi, good morning.
For her leadership, Loretta won the Mark Man Excellence and Harmony Award a few years ago, an award presented annually to an MCPS administrator who has shown exceptional performance in promoting academic excellence.
It meant so much to me. This award represents someone who is all about their community and all about student achievement and growth. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. Welcome to kindergarten. I know you're going to do so wonderful. And I don't feel like I won this award alone. I feel like I won it with my staff. Hi, Mr. Josh.
Hello, Miss Woods. Woo!
It meant so much to me to be recognized for the work that I love. And I love educating students. I love working with my teachers and pushing them, because I believe every student has a light in them. And I think it's our job as educators to bring that light forward. I'm happy to see you. I love your shoes.
She advocated for Whetstone to receive Title I status, which brought more resources to the students and allowed the school to offer community events, such as parent coffees and literacy, math, and STEM nights to bring families together.
My growing up and navigating a different culture than where my parents were from has given me a lot of perspective. My students at Whetstone are majority Hispanic. ¿Cómo se llama? What's your name, honey? And then the next largest racial group is African American. I have served some students from some pretty difficult backgrounds, and I think that having that perspective of trying to navigate United States, navigate the culture, trying to keep their own culture has given me an empathetic, driven spirit for them.
You know where the 5th grade hallways is, right?
Is it downstairs?
Yes, honey, it's downstairs right where the playground used to be. Okay. Yeah, okay, you got it? You wanna go with her? Sure. You go with her.
My African heritage really supports community, it supports passion, it supports hard work. And that's what my parents modeled for me. Every day they woke up, they went to work, they made sure we were taken care of. They trusted our teachers at schools to do the best that they can. And when you come from a different country and you have to navigate the waters of the United States, it can be difficult. And I think that we just have that grit and passion and commitment for hard work.
Loretta is deeply committed to restorative justice and anti-racism. Under her leadership, over 30 staff members have received formal training in restorative justice and facilitating community circles. Additionally, she has authored a children's book about the topic of race.
My Brother Zane was a book that I wrote during COVID, and it's about a little girl who experiences her brother and her parents really get frustrated with him getting in trouble, and it's because the mom is worried about how people see him as a little black boy. It's just a quick little picture book, and it's to open that entry point for families to have the conversation about race with their kids.
Yeah.
Welcome to 1st grade. You look so beautiful.
Pouring love and support into the same system that raised her, one student at a time. As we celebrate African Heritage Month, we honor these champions of tomorrow. Those who, through service, entrepreneurship, and education, are building a brighter future for Montgomery County. Their contributions remind us that our community's strength lies in its diversity and its commitment to uplift one another.